Alright, sorry about that. Computer had to restart. No reason for that. Not sure why it restarted, but it did. So all we're doing is grinding for the Dark Ball enemy card, which I've already been doing for hours. I'm not sure how many at this point. I was doing it all off camera, but I got sick of doing that, so I'm going to do it on cam.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
As I was saying the last time, before I got cut off there, computer restarted. Random number generators in games, possibly the worst thing ever. I don't know what the spawn rate is for the Dark Ball enemy card, but it can't be very big.
This is it.
We've finally done it this month. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom comes out. I don't know about any of you, but big fan of the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. Those movies, super fun. Anyway, June 22nd is when it comes out. I think I'm gonna have family in town at the time. I'll probably end up taking them to go see it. Also got to see Action Peak with Knoxville. That one was better than I thought. Those live stunts were pretty funny. And it wasn't just the slapstick humor either. It was also the weird circumstances they found themselves in for the plot. I don't know. It had a lot of funny moments in it that weren't just people getting hit by something or ramming into something, falling off something. There's some other good times. Alright, here we go. This could be it. Come on. I'm gonna say that every time. Nope, not this time. You know, it's not like grinding's gonna get any worse in any of the other Kingdom Hearts games. A lot of grinding will be done as we finish up our playthrough of the 2.8 remix, and then also the 0.2 final chapter. I think this is the month also when we'll get the release date for Kingdom Hearts 3. That's what I heard. Not sure if that's 100% or not. Read a lot of stuff that could or could not be true. Not sure. Nope. Not that time either. But anyway, still super psyched for Kingdom Hearts 3. Looking forward to seeing everything that there is. I've kept myself in the dark almost absolutely with everything that's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. I like to be surprised by what's in a video game. I like knowing everything before the game even comes out. So all the press and all the streamers who went to the sneak preview, haven't heard anything about them, trying to avoid them, just so I can be surprised by what happens later this year, they say, whenever the release date is. The one thing I do know, though, I couldn't avoid it, was a couple of the worlds will be released. Toy Story and Monsters Inc. And I'm pretty sure the Twilight Town is still going to be there because of back when they showed the Stream of Heartless that was in 0.2 back in 2000 and I want to say 15 is when they first demonstrated that one. So I'm pretty sure Twilight Town will be in there. But other than that, I know almost nothing about Kingdom Hearts 3 so far. That's the way I want it to be. You know, like I said, we're grinding right now, trying to get the Dark Ball enemy card. And every time I don't get one, I die a little bit inside. Just a little bit at a time. Alright, let's try it again. In the sporting world, Vegas Golden Knights tied with the Capitals in the Stanley Cup. Normally I wouldn't care about that at all, but now that I live in Vegas, it's something to cheer for, I suppose, since, I mean, they're not the first major sporting team, but they're the first men's pro sporting team in the city, so that's cool. But in addition to that, it increases the hype for the Raiders who are moving to Vegas here in a bit. The timing of it was beneficial to the city and recovering from the horrible shooting that happened at Mandalay Bay. Everyone had something to cheer for as a group. So, looking forward to watching them. I think they play again tonight. But I believe it's at the Capitals. We just did the 2 in Vegas, so I'm like 90% sure it's going to be at the Capitals. And sporting closer to me, women's softball. Yes, women's softball, college. The Oregon Ducks are playing tonight against Washington in the Women's College World Series. They beat Arizona State 11-6 in the opening round, and Washington beat Oklahoma 2-0. For those who don't know anything about women's softball, it's kind of like the men's baseball tournament. You have regionals with 4 teams. The top 16 teams host 3 more teams in each region. Winner of that advances to... Oh, I'm sorry. That's a double elimination regional, so even if you lose one game, you could still advance. Super regionals is the top 8 teams host the next 8 teams from those who advanced from regionals in a 2 out of 3 series. For Oregon, they hosted Kentucky, and they ended up dropping the first game, surprisingly. Oregon's the #1 overall seed. They should have had the easiest path to get to the Women's College World Series, but I don't know what happened. That first game, our pitching staff kind of fumbled, but we gave up a lot of runs. Pretty unlike them. Their ERA before that was incredibly low relative to everyone else. But they advanced. They came back and beat Kentucky the next 2 games. Obviously, because they're in the Women's College World Series. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it. And so now it's Oregon versus Washington tonight in the winner's bracket of the tournament. The tournament is also double elimination until they're down to the final 2. Then it's back to a 3-game championship series. The bracket plays out as day 1. All 8 teams play 1 versus 8. Well, I mean, it went to chalk this year, so it just happens to be that the top 8 seeded teams made it all the way to the Women's College World Series. So it started out yesterday with, gosh, I need to heal. 1 versus 8 in Oregon versus Arizona State. 2 versus number 2 Florida versus number 7 Georgia. That one went to the Gators in run rule victory, 11 to 3 and 8. They led by 8 after 5. So in softball, that's a run roll. After 5 complete innings, if you lead by 8 or more, the game is over. Number 3, UCLA had a dramatic game with number 6, Florida State. Sorry. I don't think I'm going to get any dark pulse here. Oh, am I? Okay. UCLA, number 3, versus Florida State. Florida State up by 4-0 pretty early in this one. Top of the 4th, they scored 4 runs. Pretty uncharacteristic of UCLA to give up a big lead like that. But they came back in the bottom of the 6th, down 4-1, took the lead, and then the next inning scored an additional, I think, 2 runs to bring that score to 7-4, and they held on. That was the final, 7-4. And then the last matchup of the day. No, sorry, that was the last match of the day. First matchup today, Oregon-Washington in the winners bracket. In the nightcap, we have Florida versus UCLA, which, yeah, you got to be thinking Florida in that one. They looked pretty dominant in their first round match versus Georgia. It was the first time in quite a while that Florida beat Georgia. Georgia had been on a tear, beating Florida, I think, outside of, where does Florida say? Gainesville? Something like that? First time they beat them there, or outside of there, in quite a while. Florida was really struggling against those Bulldogs. So they'll advance and play UCLA after Oregon-Washington. In the losers bracket, obviously you have Arizona State playing the other Oklahoma, Arizona State, Oklahoma, and that'll happen tomorrow, Saturday. Kind of hoping that Oklahoma gets eliminated pretty quickly. I'm tired of everyone. Nobody else is tired of this because no one else watches softball, but I'm pretty tired of hearing, oh, Oklahoma, 3-time, going for the three-peat. They don't look good, like, relative to everyone else. They lost to Oregon at Oregon in a 4-0 shutout, I want to say. Everything went Oregon's way that day. Everyone thought it was going to be a much closer game, but it ended up being a pretty big blowout for. Oh, Goofy, stay away from those guys. I just wanted to heal. There we go. And so when Oklahoma lost a close one to Washington, I wasn't really that surprised. I was surprised that Washington didn't score more runs, but I wasn't surprised that Oklahoma struggled in that game. And I could see them struggling against Arizona State as well. Their pitcher, Giselle, I want to say is her first name. She is really good. Although she did give up, I think, 8 runs to us before they took her out against Oregon. Oregon bats are some of the best in the country, so you can't feel too bad about that. Her performance was pretty good. And then on the other side of the bracket, you're going to have Florida State versus Georgia. I'd rather see an SEC team lose, but in that game I'm pretty indifferent because, I don't know, I feel like if UCLA did lose to Florida tonight, they could handle either team. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. The loser of tonight's game between Oregon and Washington would switch sides of the bracket, and they would play the the winner of that game. So hypothetically, if Washington lost tonight against Oregon, they would go across the bracket and play the winner of that elimination game to try and advance to play the winner of... Gosh, is that how it works? I don't think that's how it works. I will pull up the bracket and get a better description of how this works. I mean, I only follow this so heavily. I should know. Should know the bracket by now. I think I'm jumping the gun on that crossing and playing. The winner of tonight's games, Oregon, Washington, and Florida, UCLA, they move on to play on Sunday. They get Saturday off. The loser has to play on Saturday against the team that remains out of those games. So let me look it up.
I'm finding mystery man at the center of everything.
Women's College World Series bracket. So, tonight, you have Oregon, Washington, Florida, UCLA. Oregon and Washington are going to play at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 4 p.m. West Coast, which is what I'm on. Florida State and UCLA will play a half hour after that. Scheduled for... Why did this just... Oh, I'm sorry. Hitting buttons on my controller and just changing my browser. There we go. It's scheduled for 9:30 Eastern Time, which would be 6:30 here. I think it'll probably be more like 7, but that's just because I expect it to go a little longer than they have it going. On Saturday, you have Arizona State versus Oklahoma at noon Eastern Time, 9 p.m. West Coast, or 9 a.m. West Coast. And then following that game, Georgia, Florida State. Then the loser of Game 5, which is Oregon, Washington, will play the winner of Arizona State, Oklahoma. One of those teams will be eliminated, so you don't have to worry about them for the rest of the bracket. So let's say Arizona State advances and Washington loses. It would be Arizona State versus Washington. Same with for UCLA. Loser of that game is going to play the winner of Georgia, Florida State. From there, this is where I was mistaken. But still, did I get it? Still didn't get it. The winner of Oregon, Washington will play the winner of potentially Arizona State, Washington, or maybe Oregon. You know, just however that shakes out. Winner will advance to the finals. And then also on the opposite side of the bracket. So, it's very probable that Oregon or Washington, should they lose, will face Arizona State, and probably eliminate Arizona State, or maybe they'll be eliminated themselves, one of the two. But I because the Pac-12 had 3 out of the 4 teams advanced in on day 1, which is the most they could have. There was a Pac-12 matchup that forces one of the Pac-12 to be on the loser side of the bracket. Meanwhile, forces the other one to the winner side. They advanced 3. It's very likely we're going to see a Pac-12 team in the championship bracket at this point. I don't see it going much any other way.
Fire! Fire!
Oh no!
Yeah.
I messed up. I didn't get an enemy card anyway, so that's fine. And I still have room in my deck. That was a thing. I think I was grinding a bit, and I didn't even have room in my deck for an enemy card. Which would have been horrible had I been getting it. In fact, I'm going to go sell some cards after this battle. I don't need all these cards.
Fire!
So anyway,
This is it.
softball. It's in the
This is it.
it's in the throes of excitement in Oklahoma City. At the same time, you have regionals for baseball going on, and this morning, I think what was it UCLA was playing, and they were tied at 1 apiece. And although I don't follow it as closely as I follow softball, I still root for the Pac-12 to win out when they can. In other news, been watching that series of unfortunate events on Netflix. Season 2 came out, which is the middle third of the series, and not gonna lie, it's really awesome. Neil Patrick Harris is doing a great job in his impersonations of all these various people he's supposed to be disguised as. I don't know. I'm having a great time with it. Oops, I don't want to buy. I want to do sell. I still want all those. Don't need these. And that puts me at a total of 821. Okay. So anyway, if you're wanting to reminisce about something from your childhood, want to see a cool series, couldn't recommend a series of unfortunate events more. It is really fun to watch. Because it features not just Neil Patrick Harris from How I Met Your Mother, but I think Anne Robin's in it too. She isn't in season 2 yet. She was in season 1. She might be done. I don't want to give anything away, but for those who are picking it up for the first time, you'll see a couple familiar faces in a series of unfortunate events with Neil Patrick Harris and the actor who plays actor, I don't know what they like to be called, who plays Aunt Robin in that series. So, you know, if you're a fan of both, you get to see both in the series. So that's kind of cool. Both people, I mean, not both series. I don't know. I am super hungry. I haven't eaten yet. Took the dog out. We went and did our normal walk. Been picking up some more of that. Well, I mean, ever since they announced that. Oh, are you kidding me? That was not aimed for you. Ah, oh, son of a dang it. Since it was announced that the new Pokemon game on the Switch is going to be compatible with Pokemon Go, I picked up Pokemon Go again. So Milo and I have been going around in the morning to Pokestop and just catching some random things, just spending 10 minutes or so in the morning in preparation for whenever the new Pokemon, I think it's called Pokemon Let's Go, comes out. Did I kill the Dark Ball by accident? I thought it was floating above us. I must have killed him by accident. Gosh, this is going horribly. Let me see. Neo Shadow. I got the Crescendo, Tornado Step, Creeper Plant. Is there any other than the Dark Ball? Let me look if there's any other enemy cards that I'm missing. Nope. Set that down. Enemy cards. Let's just run through them one by one here. Shadow Soldier, Large Body, Red Nocturne, Blue Rhapsody, Yellow Opera, Green Requiem, Power Wild, Bouncy Wild, the Air Soldier, the Bandit, the Fat Bandit, the Barrel Spider, which was another huge grind. That one was awful. That was the point where I stopped streaming and just started grinding for him. It took me, I don't know, 15 hours, something along there. It was awful. Search Ghost, Sea Neon, Screwdriver, Aqua Tank. You got the Gargoyle, who I don't have. Where do I find the Gargoyle? Let me jot that down. That way I don't forget. And I do mean literally pen and paper jot that down. Just because I have it handy. I've been doing a lot of studying and stuff, so. I just happen to have pen and paper hanging around like an old person. Gargoyle, Pirate, Air Pirate. Once again, the Dark Ball, who I'm trying to get now. Defender. I want to say it's Wyvern. I'm not sure how people say that one. It's another word I'm just going to look up. Wyvern is what I'm hearing.
Wyvern. Wyvern. Wyvern.
Yeah, Wyvern. I remember that. Wyvern. The Wizard, the Neo Shadow. Ooh. I don't have any White Mushroom. Because I don't go in those rooms. So that explains that. Jot that one down. Black Fungus, Creeper Plant, Tornado Step, Crescendo, Guard Armor, Parasite Cage, Trickmaster, Dark Side, Card Soldier, Hades, Jafar, Oogie Boogie, Ursula, Captain Hook, Maleficent, Riku, Ansem? When do you get Ansem? That must be in Reverse Rebirth. Zemnis, Zigbar, Zaldin, Vexen, Lucius, who I don't have. Sorry, Lexius. I also don't know where to get that one. Zexion also must be. Some of these must be in Reverse Rebirth because I don't. I've already cleared all of the rooms for riches. Axel I'll get later, and Marluxia I'll get later, and then I have Larxene and Roxas. There's also special cards, gold card and platinum card. But how do you get these? Anyway. So yeah, Gargoyle, White Mushroom. Those are the plus the Dark Ball that I'm grinding for now. 3 enemy cards that I have yet to get, and just I don't know. I'm not sure how to get enemy cards any faster. Enemy cards. RE. Chain of memories. Let's see here. Shadow Soldier, Air Sword, Large Body, Bandit, Fat Bandit, Screwdriver, Sea Neon, Aqua Tank, Search Ghost, White. Oh, Gargoyle, here we go. Obviously in Halloween Town. This one shouldn't be a problem. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, the Dark Ball Heartless card's effect is dual related, hence it's exclusive to Riku. You can't get it with Sora. Oh. Wow. I did not know that. And I've been grinding for it forever. Wow, that just changed everything. Because I've been wasting hours of my life now doing something that I guess isn't possible. I thought they would just drop it randomly, but wow. I feel so dumb. You can't get it with Sora at all? Oh my gosh. It just ruins everything. Let's go to Halloween Town, I guess. Holy moly. I spent probably, yes, here's another person. I spent probably 8 hours looking for this guy. Turns out only Riku gets the Dark Ball card, not Sora. Angry face. Wow. Wow, man. I am... In the Game Boy Advance version, the Dark Ball was a Sora's card, and it and the Ansem card were both used in multiplayer battles. And that's what I remember. Oh my gosh. Riku uses the Dark Ball card in Atlantica, replacing an old Atlantica deck. The Atlantica deck used the Sea Neon and was terrible. They dumped it, and there was much rejoicing. So, let's get a Gargoyle, I guess. Oh my gosh. I couldn't be more upset about this now. Now that I know, it's a relief, but I just... I thought it was just grinding. I wasn't doing it right. I was looking for ways to grind better. Turns out it's not about grinding. It's about Sora can't get it at all, so why bother?
Yeah.
Oh.
Take this.
Shoutouts to this game for not making that obvious at all.
Yeah. This is it.
Now I have this weird emotion. I'm both mad and relieved because that's just so dumb. Alright. It would be super amazing if I got the Gargoyle really quickly. That way I can move on to the White Mushroom and just finish this immediately. That would be cool. Nope. Sorcerer's Orb. I just want to get through this as soon as possible now that I know that. I'm so mad. I mean, I wish they would have just said, oh hey, by the way, don't worry about it. It's not like... It's partly my fault, because I should have checked online better, because all I did was I just looked at enemy cards to see how many there were, and I don't even... Oh, oops. I don't know if the table that I was looking at even listed, like, who could get what. But I just assumed that Sora could get all the enemy cards, so I was looking to get all of the enemy cards. Now that I know that, maybe I should check to see if there are any other enemy cards that I can't get with Sora. Maybe I should have, before I even did this, maybe I should have gone through, finished Sora's story, and started Riku's, and then started grinding for stuff, because then I would have already had the enemy card, and then the trophy would have popped up, and I've been like, oh, cool, I guess I don't need it. I don't know. I'm bitter about some stuff, starting with that. Or else I would have been streaming these last couple weeks instead of just grinding. Just to be safe, I'm gonna Google the Gargoyle enemy card because I'm scared. I don't want to waste another 10 hours of my life. That didn't answer anything that I had asked. Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories. Now this one still doesn't say who can get what, but at least it has them in here. And alphabetical, that's cool. Makes it invisible when there's a chance of being hit. Vanish. Oh, okay. Alright. Yep, it would appear that probably Sora can get this, so let's grind it out. Now it's 12:15, and probably only have another 15 minutes left before I gotta go to work. Oh gosh. I'm still so mad. So mad, man. It's been years since I've played Chain of Memories, and the last time I did was on the Game Boy Advance. I didn't even play... I didn't play it on anything else before now. I'm just... Oh my gosh. Come on.
Fire! Fire!
Gargoyle card. Nope. What am I going? I want to go up. That's where I want to go. Oh, man. Oh, that's the spring. That's what I was looking for. That was it? 2 shadows? Well, this grind's gonna take longer than I thought at this point then. Let's go with an almighty darkness.
Heal. Fire. 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 Courage.
I want to do fire.
Power. Fire. It's over.
Gotta make sure not to kill that gargoyle by accident.
Yeah. It's over.
Problem is, this world's so dark, tough to tell where everyone is.
Yeah. It's over.
There we go.
Yeah. Ah.
Yes! Okay. That took much less time than I thought it would, so that's good news. Now I need to make a roulette room to get some white mushroom cards and get white mushroom.
Take this.
There was no white mushroom in that roulette. Wish you could sell map cards. You get so many map cards for almost no reason. I mean, look how many of these guarded, or sorry, false bounties I have. They... How about guarded trove? How many guarded troves do I have? Oh my gosh, look at all these. Don't even want them. But you can only delete them one at a time. Okay. Luckily for this section, Mega Flare is going to quickly eliminate everyone, so this part should go pretty quickly. Again, no white mushroom. Wait a second. Is white mushroom a special card you can only get from certain enemies? In a certain room? I don't think so. I think I've seen him in the roulette wheel before. I mean, we'll find out one way or another, I suppose. And there's black mushroom. If I don't get in this next roulette wheel, I'll see if there's something special about getting those cards.
Take this.
Yeah, let's go find out. Let's do the old Google again. Interesting. So the white mushrooms, you could use the Warpinator, slate, and that'll help. But how do you get the room card? Okay. So, no hints about how to get the room card, but maybe I'll try a few more roulette wheels and just try and get it. Maybe I'll just destroy a bunch of people and get random ones in a different room. I don't need that premium card. So I might just go to a higher world and just battle a bunch of people, try and get a bunch of white mushrooms. I'm just glad I found out. I'm still mad, but I'm glad that I am not wasting any more of my time hunting for Dark Ball, because that is so ridiculous. That was super ridiculous. I'm 98% sure I've seen the white mushroom as an option for a room card during the roulette wheel. But it's not giving me an option anymore. Let's go somewhere else. We'll try and find some white mushroom room cards. Wasted so much time looking for that Dark Ball card. A lot of hours just wasted. I'm so bitter. No white mushrooms. We're gonna go somewhere else. We are gonna go to maybe the Twilight Town or Hollow Bastion. Mega Flare's effective. We're gonna go there. So we got the Gargoyle. White Mushroom will be the last one for Sora. Then I'll wrap up Sora's story, and we'll go to Riku. Destiny Islands. I feel like Mega Flare was effective there. Let's try that. Let me drop some map cards. Okay.
Take this. Take this.
Survived. That's weird. Don't need any more guarded troves, that's for sure. Gosh, I might call it soon. I am super hungry, and
Take this.
all this disappointment got me even hungrier, knowing that Riku is the only one that can get the Dark Ball card. There's Mingling Words? Mingling Worlds? I don't know what the spawn rate is for white mushroom rooms. Probably not high. I can't remember where I got a bunch of them, but I've long since gotten rid of them because I didn't think I needed them all that much. I will clear out one more room in search of the cards. White mushroom room card. Then I'll call it a day if I don't get any. Yeah, whatever.
Take this. Take this.
Nope. Another looming darkness. Hey, barrel spider. Where were you hours ago when I needed you?
Take this. Take this.
There's also something I hate.
Take this.
It's when you get rid of something because you don't think you need it at all for the rest of the journey, and then now you need 1,000 of them. Can't get any of them. This is awful.
Take this.
Yes, white room. Just gonna use that immediate. Well, let me save. I think I'll just do some soft resetting. Let's see here. Let me build a deck. I need to know slates. Oh, there it is. Warpinator. Stop, gravity, arrow. I can create a deck like that. This one. Stop. What was it? Gravity arrow? And arrow cards. I don't need nearly this many Warpinators, I'm sure, but I just happen to have this many out there, so we'll get it rolling. Alright. Equip deck number 1. 1 attack card equipped in the equip deck. Okay. How about a premium? I should use a premium Kingdom Key. Level 1. Lowest cost complete. Alright. Let's save this. Alright. Let's just use some of these to get there, I guess. Maybe I'll lower the cost when I double back to it. That's not a bad card. Equal to 0? Goodness. probably gonna have to go to a different world to be able to use this white room correctly. That's a pretty good card. 8 elixir. Here we go. I'm not even gonna save. I'll remake those rooms if I need to. White mushroom though. Come on, white room. It's gonna be the last thing I do. I hope it's really quick. Yes, there you are. You, I'll battle you.
Take this. Back off. Come on. Take this. Back off.
They're resisting.
This. Back off.
Huh.
Yeah. Come on.
There we go.
Back off. Take this. Back off. Take this.
Nope. It's a good thing I saved, because
Yeah.
I think the room should give me 3 white mushrooms. There's one. 3 white mushrooms, and if I don't get them within 3, I'd rather not search for another white room. So, especially because I'm using Warpinator, it doesn't give me any experience. Doesn't hurt to
Back
just
off.
reload.
Come on.
No, Almighty Darkness. And again, don't need to use a premium.
Come on. Back off. Take this. Back off.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there are no other white mushrooms in this room. So we're going to reload. But I'm gonna call it a day right now. I gotta leave for work in about 20 minutes. You know, do the old shower and change nonsense. Good news is I'm not gonna dress up for work today. I mean, even though it's Friday, we don't actually have a casual Friday. We have a casual every day. Despite that, I always wear, you know, some sort of slacks and button up or whatever, just in case some higher ups decide to drop by and say hello, want to look my best. But today is softball day, so I'm just going out in jeans and a t-shirt with my Oregon visor to show my huge support for Oregon softball. Go Ducks! Oh, couldn't say that much enough. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna close without saving here. Okay, won't let me close without saving, so I'll go back to the. I'll create a save room. Duh, because I'm done using this. I'll go back to the title screen. Oh wait, it doesn't save anything. There we go. Return to the title screen. That's what I want. And we'll call it a day. So thanks for everyone who dropped by. Next time, we're going to wrap up Sora's struggles through Chain of Memories. White Mushroom, I think, is the last enemy card we need. That'll give me all of the cards that are attainable for Sora. Then we'll start Riku's story, run through that, and we're not going to platinum it on just a run-through. Right now I'm just doing the run-through from Kingdom Hearts all the way through Point 2, the final prologue, on the hardest difficulties for each game. Just trying to do as much 100% as we can for the first run-through. That way the next time I run through everything, it's just like, hey, we're going to do a quick run-through. So sorry about the really long streams of every game right now, but later they'll be shorter, just one and dones through the rest of the games. Again, thanks for dropping by. I will catch you guys next time. See ya.